to catch up on. We moved. Obviously, I just posted that vlog already, so if you haven't checked that out, I'll link it down below. We did move. We are living in Charlotte, North Carolina, which is crazy. Like, I still can't believe we're here. It's been about, how many weeks have we been living here? So it's supposed to be 3 weeks living here already. 3 weeks, and it has been a crazy 3 weeks. But you know what? I think we're fully adjusted now. I want to say a little bit. Kids are going to school. They're loving it. Zen is in daycare. Moment of silence for that. So if you don't follow me on my Instagram already, it's at Ashastine. So obviously I post there way more real-time content there. So if you only watch me on YouTube, you're a little late, I want to say, just because it's just easier to post on Instagram more. But I am going to be posting on here way more on YouTube, so I'm so excited about that, to start posting on here more. It's been 7 years since I've been active on YouTube, 7 whole years. So it's such a huge milestone, and you know, I've been on it, like on and off, you know. I'm always slacking on here just because, like, I literally been in mom mode, like always in mom mode. Like, I never had time to like myself and to fully like pursue this content creating life that I really want to do. Like, I post, but like, you know, I haven't been giving it my all these years because, you know, I've been a mom, I've been a stay-at-home mom, you know, and doing this on the side and things like that. So it's really been difficult for me. But I can say, like, now this is the time. Like, this is a whole new chapter for me. Just moving here in general, like, it's just so much that I just have to step back and be like, wow, like, we've come so far. So in this video, I just want to talk about real quick, like, why we moved. I know a lot of people, you know, when I announced it on Instagram, people are like, oh, congrats, but like, why did you move? Why'd you move? Because just like, it is a huge deal, like, to move, especially like after, you know, that new construction process that I shared everything from the beginning all the way to closing to decorating. Like, we lived there for 3 years, and it was definitely difficult to leave that house. If you didn't see that moving vlog, like, I was a little emotional, okay? I was definitely emotional. I know when we finally like said our goodbyes to the house and we like drove off, like, I was definitely crying because I'm just like, damn, like, you know, this is the house that we wrote on the beams. It's a house that, you know, I gave birth to Zen. Like, it was just like all the feels, because I really thought that was like my forever home. But you know, God has other plans. So I just wanted to like sit down and like talk about like our testimony, because like 2024 was very, very difficult for us, and it's like hard to think about it now that we're like finally in like a decent spot in life. Of course, you know, life is a roller coaster, but 2024, I can say, like, definitely challenged me, my husband, Darius, like, our family. Like, it was definitely difficult. I feel like it's important to share because I'm sure a lot of people are going through the same thing, and I want this video to like uplift you to, you know, stay positive, and that like your time will come. So like 2024 started off, it seemed promising, you know, like at the end of 2023, I was like in contact with some brands that, you know, we was supposed to have like a big partnership deal, you know, for the new year. Like, I probably had like 3 brands lined up that was gonna like continue this like long-term partnership and everything like that. So I'm like, oh, good, like, you know, this is finally like, you know, good news, a good break, you know, my big break or something like that. And then January came, and then all those 3 deals fell. And I was just like, geez, what happened? You know, like, you know, one of them, they stopped doing the influencing thing. They like took a break from it. They're like stepping away from the brand. And the other one, they don't, they needed time to reevaluate their company. Like, it's just so much like uncertainty, and that's what, like, it was very stressful for me, because I thought, I'm gonna be honest, like, I haven't really posted here, you know, that we was on Drew Barrymore, but I did think, like, you know, going on there would like help, you know, open up new doors. But honestly, it really didn't. Like, it didn't really do much. But it's still cool to say that we were on the show. But you know, it wasn't what I was expecting. You know, I thought it was, you know, would have more brands come to me and work with them and stuff like that. So like, just 2024 in general, it has been a very slow year with just content creating and with like brand partnerships. Like, I've had a few, you know, but it's not like how it was a couple years ago, which is so crazy because like a couple years ago I had less followers and I was getting more deals, but now I feel like, I don't know, you know, I start to question myself, you know, what am I doing wrong? Like, I'm here trying to be consistent, trying to make relatable content, you know, engage you with my community. I'm trying to do all the things, but it's just like, you know, other people are getting way more partnerships, and it's just like, you know, I start to question myself, like, you know, is this really for me? What am I doing wrong? What more can I do? You know, I am emailing brands, I'm pitching, I'm trying to edit, but it's also difficult because I have a whole toddler at home. I have to take the kids to school, pick them up, you know, it's just a lot. And then plus, of course, being home all day, you know, house duties, you know, like laundry, dishes, cleaning, you know, all the things, you know, it's very overwhelming. For 2024, like I said, like it was very hard for me in that aspect of like, you know, trying to figure out like what does my future look like, you know, what do I want to pursue, you know, how can I bring some income in. So it was definitely difficult. And then even with my husband Darius, like he was searching for a job all year, so he's like, you know, the main breadwinner, he's the main guy, the main income, and you know, it's been like that ever since I became a stay-at-home mom. I've been a stay-at-home mom for like 7 years, and he's always had great jobs and stuff like that, but there's a lot of other stuff that happened within the years that like led us to this difficult season in our lives. And but one thing I have to say is that I'm just so blessed to have my husband because of just how determined he is and positive and hardworking. Like he just, you know, there were moments like, and this was like a little struggle in our marriage because, you know, he's always so positive. I'm usually like the negative one. But like, you know, he was applying to so many jobs. Like he made it his job to apply for other jobs to, you know, help us because we was in a really bad situation of just like in debt and everything like that. And he's like, look, the only way to be better is that we have to sell this house, you know, like we have to sell this house. We need to find another job. So like, you know, I was applying for jobs too, but you know, I didn't hear anything back. But then also it's just like, it's difficult for me and I'm still, you know, working through that. Is what do I even want to do? It's been so long, like years that I haven't had like a real job. Like, you know, how can I put this on my resume? You know, I've done content creating. I wanted to look for like content creating jobs, like influencer job, like work with the brand to do their influencer marketing, things like that. But it's just like some brands really want like, don't want an influencer in that position. They want like a regular person, you know, that already works in that area. So, you know, it's just a very competitive industry for that. So, you know, it was just very difficult for me to like, it was very overwhelming. Like, oh my gosh, like what am I gonna do? Like I need to help too. And, you know, he's trying his hardest. He's had a lot of interviews. He's great at interviews. You know, he even got flown out to a job interview and, you know, he thought it went well. He literally had like 4 interviews and then at the end they said, oh, we chose somebody else, you know? So it's just like to get all these rejections and, you know, being hype about these interviews, and then it was just always deny. And I was just, you know, it was getting to him. So it's like here, you know, I need to be the stronger one now and uplift him when he always uplifts me all these years. But, you know, it was definitely difficult when, you know, he starts to question himself, you know, what am I doing wrong? And then I was already in that season already questioning myself. So here we both are stressed financially, just stressed from parenthood and stressed from life. It was just a very, very difficult chapter in our life. And especially with being in social media, especially for me too, like seeing other influencers like posting all these ads and getting these deals and they're not even that consistent as I was, and I'm just like, I don't know, I lost count of how many times that I literally dropped down to my knees and just started like crying, like, why, God, why is this happening? What is going on? Like, it's just like beating to my heart, beating to my chest, like bam, another rock hit me. Oh, another rock. Like he got denied from a job and then I see somebody posting something and I'm just like, how? And I'm like reaching out to people, like I'm trying so hard and I'm trying not to get emotional again, but it is so difficult. It's just like that waiting season is the hardest season ever. It's just, I don't want to think about it. Like, I mean, we're still not 100%, but like it is getting better. But that waiting season really tests you. Like, it tests your faith, your whole livelihood. It just tests everything, because you really start to question, like, why me? How can I do better? Like, I'm doing everything that I can. Like, come on, God. Like, what is going on? Like, why? Like, and, you know, we just try to be positive. Like, oh, I hate, you know, one of the things that I hated, though, honestly, and I know it's supposed to be like a positive quote, you know, when you're talking to friends or, you know, other people, or you just see these quotes like, what's for you will be for you. It just wasn't for you. Something better will come. And like, that sounds nice, but when you're in that waiting season, it still freaking sucks. Like, I don't want to hear that, oh, it's not for you. But here I was, you know, I was imagining like, oh my gosh, like if he got this job, we'll be here. You know, let's look at houses there. Da, 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 da. Like, you know, we were daydreaming because we just want, you know, some good news finally. And it's just like, oh, denial. And they're like, oh, it just wasn't for you. Like, that's literally not something I want to hear. And I don't know what could help in that situation, but I know hearing that definitely wasn't it. I mean, I feel like if anything, if you're going through this season and if, you know, you keep getting denied and things are not going right, I feel like the only thing to do is to control the things you can't control. So like, I feel like do the things that make you happy. So I feel like during this time, I really, like this year, I really focused on like my mental health, like my self-care. So like, you know, I was working out, I started reading books, and I feel like that really helped me just kind of ignore like the reality of my life and things like that. So I feel like that would be my advice if you're in a waiting season, is to like do things that bring you joy and obviously stay positive. But I didn't like hearing what's for you will be for you. But when you're at the end of this waiting season and you finally get that yes, I mean, it definitely does, like, the weight will be off your shoulders. And we finally had that moment when Darius got this job position here in Charlotte. And it's so crazy because, you know, from the whole year, Darius was applying for jobs in Virginia, and that wasn't looking well. And it's just like, I told him, I was like, you know what, we don't have to stay here just because our family is here. Of course, like, family definitely helps, but if there's more money somewhere else and we can get out of the situation, and if we have to move, then we should do that, you know. And I feel like a lot of people are scared of change, and I'm here to say, don't be afraid, because like, you have to do what's best for you and what's best for your family. And of course, it's great to have family nearby and, you know, to help you with things and things like that. But we can't deny, money rules everything, okay? Financials suck. Like, debt sucks. Like, the world revolves around money at the end of the day. And it's horrible. Of course, like, we love and all the nice things or whatever that, you know, money can't buy. But in order to live, food, house, lights, electricity, like, oh, like everything is money. And it's so frustrating that that is the case for this world, but that is reality, you know. So if you're stuck in a job that you don't like, or a job that's not paying well, and you're just applying for jobs in your area and it's not looking right, put that same position that you're looking for and just type another state. And that's exactly what Darius did. He know what position he wanted. So I was like, look other places. Like, we always talked about we wanted to move to Florida. We always talked about how we wanted to move to Texas. So he did that. And there's like so many job opportunities. And he was applying like at least 40 a week, 20 a week. Like, he was making it his job to apply for jobs. And I, you know, admired him for doing that, and like how positive. Like, he would call me, he's like, yeah, just apply to another job. Hey, what do you think about moving here? Okay, I'm gonna apply to this job. Like, he was just applying everywhere. So he was applying to Orlando, Tampa, Dallas, Houston. Like, our top two was really Florida and Texas. We was looking at houses there on Zillow. Like, I really wanted Texas. Like, I was just so positive that we was gonna move to Texas. And the crazy thing is, he did get a job offer from a job in Texas, but the job that he got is like a way better opportunity. It's like a great nonprofit that helps, and I just feel like the job that he got, like, you know, I know now I'm kind of being a hypocrite or whatever, but like, you know, when you say like, oh, what's for you is for you or whatever, I can say like the wait made it worth it because he got this job. And like, it's so crazy because like he applied to this job on a Monday. That Monday night he got a message saying like, are you sure, you know, this job is for Charlotte? Like, I see that you're in Virginia. He's like, yeah, I'm sure. He had his interview that Friday and got the job offer that following Tuesday, like all within a week. Meanwhile, the job in Texas, that was 4 months, I think, a 4-month process because it was a new position. They were taking their time. They had to get approvals, all this stuff like that. 4 whole months that he was just waiting for an answer from them. And then this job right here, within a week, he got that job from just, I think he had maybe 2 interviews, but they were moving fast. And when he got that email that Tuesday night, I was giving Zen a bath, and he ran upstairs. He was like, I got the email. I'm like, what? Oh my gosh, like I was just crying. I was just hugged him and I was just crying, like, thank you God. Like, oh my God, I'm about to get emotional again. But like, to finally be at the end of that waiting period, like the whole year waiting for a job offer, a job opportunity, or waiting for that phone call, waiting for that email, like just waiting, like when is it gonna be our time? When is it? And to finally have that email, I just gotta thank God for that, because y'all do not understand how crazy it was this year, just dealing with everything. Yeah, so now here we are in Charlotte, and you know, we finally sold our house. It was under contract less than a week. Of course, with the closing, there was some delays to get the money and all this other stuff. Like, that's a whole deal right there. But I can say from today, finally, after what, almost 2 whole months of gotten the job offer and coming here and moving and stuff like that, we're paying all the debt off. Well, most of the debt off. Clearly, we got that house, like we bought that house in 2021, and obviously the interest rates were so low then, like it was the best time to get a house. And I can say, like, although it was so sad to leave, I can say that it definitely helped us, like, financially, because of all the equity that we gained ever since we got the house and stuff like that. I know a lot of people are like, oh, I would never sell my house because it's such a low mortgage payment. And I understand that. Like, if I could rent it, I would definitely do that. But, you know, like I said, we had to sell it so we can pay some stuff off. But everything is turning around finally. We actually are under contract for a new house. So, woo, for that. And I can't believe it. That was a whole thing. They were actually holding this house for us. So we are doing another new construction, but we are not able to choose the stuff. So I'll talk about it in another video. But like, you know, some communities are just so different here. And just this house market, it's just horrible. Like, oh my gosh. Like, I don't know if it's just Charlotte. I think it's everywhere. But, you know, prices are up. Like, this interest rates are up. So like, this mortgage payment is about to be ridiculous. So, but Darius is hopeful that the interest rates is going to go down more by the time we close. We're hoping that the house will be done February and March. So here we are at a rental. It's a 3-floor rental, and I gotta be honest, like, I'm tired of going up and down these stairs. It is very annoying, but you know what? It's still, the lights work, the heat works, you know, we have a place to sleep. It is only 2 bedrooms, so Cruz and Zen are sharing a room, and Kenzie has her own room, and then me and Darius are kind of like in the office area with our mattress on the floor because we sold our bed. Like, we sold a lot of stuff while we were moving. I just want to give you this like quick sit down video, our little testimony, because I feel like what you see on social media, I mean, it's all the happy stuff. I know people go on social media, a little break from their real life too. So seeing other people like, oh, look at that, oh, that's cool, I want want to do that someday. Da, 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 da. And that's all good, but like, you know, I'm here to also share the reality as well. So like, I feel like this whole year, all my content, you can't really tell that what we're going through, obviously personally, but I knew once we were over this hill that I wanted to share, you know, how this year has been, because I know for a lot of people are going through this or went through this as well, or might go through this, you know, because life be lifing. Life is difficult. Okay, but one thing's for sure is that God is good and God will always protect you. He will always be around you. That waiting period, like, it sucks so bad. It really does suck, but all I can say is try to do stuff that brings you joy. Try to be positive, try to be hopeful, and just keep praying and keep praying and keep praying. God will answer your prayers, and it might not be the answer that you want, but it's going to be the answer that you need, because Charlotte was nowhere in our list at all. Like I said, it was Texas or Florida, and I have no idea how we ended up here because I never thought about Charlotte, like, at all. Like, even when we was looking at houses, I'm just like, I don't know about this area. But I have to say, like, in this area, like, there's so much to do, so many events, family friendly stuff. I feel like every weekend is something going on, especially with, like, you know, social media. Like, I just follow so many Charlotte pages, and I'm just like, wow. So I'm really trying to, like, be out there more, be a part of this, like, Charlotte influencer community. I've never been in, like, a bigger city like this. I mean, I feel like Charlotte is pretty big, well, compared to freaking Virginia Beach area, you know. You know, my goals for the new year, like, I definitely want to be invited to some influencer events if they have some here. I just want to be, you know, more out there, especially for this new chapter of, you know, Darius is in a good position with his job. He's loving his job so far. And then the kids are loving the school. And then we're now with Zen in daycare. It's just so many blessings are happening right now, because now I have time for me. I have time to figure out what I want to do. And I have to say that I am very blessed to be in the situation that I can, you know, still work and try to be the entrepreneur that I really want to be with influencing. But I am giving myself a limit, you know. I feel like in my head, I'm giving myself like 3 or 4 months, you know, trying to see, like, try to give my all into this, because I never had the opportunity to keep, like, to push and, you know, actually have this time to sit down and film, sit down and edit without being interrupted, since all the kids are, you know, learning. So I'm giving myself a few months to see, you know, push to see if, you know, if I get some brand partnerships, if everything's going well, and if I should continue this, you know, because, you know, I am open, you know, I'm praying to God, you know, tell me, like, is this the right path for me? Like, I love creating, I love filming, I love editing, I love the computer stuff, I love my community and engaging with everybody. But, you know, at the end of the day, I want to help and support my family. I want to be able to go to Target and my kids will be like, I want this. And I want to be able to say, yeah, I go get it. Because you have no idea, all this years, and especially this year, to say no to them so much, it really hurts. Because, like, no, I cannot get that for you, because we literally can't do it, you know? Like, we have to get food, you know? So it's definitely difficult to, you know, say no all this years, but I definitely, you know, want to bring something in so I can say yes. Like, oh yeah, you want to go out to eat? Yeah, we got McDonald's money. Well, we don't eat at McDonald's, actually. We got Chick-fil-A money, you know? Yeah, like, I just feel like, like I said, I hate that money is the main thing in the world, but it really is, to be honest, and obviously everyone knows that. So to be financially stable is definitely my 2025 goal, and I definitely want to start bringing something in. And like I said, if influencing doesn't work for me or whatever, I'll still post here and there. But, you know, I got to find myself a job, okay? So I'm just really open, especially for this new chapter in my life. Like, you know, this is like, you know, to find what is for me and, you know, my future. Because I'm just like, I've been momming all these years. And I think it's just really time for me. So I feel like this year I really focused on, like, you know, working out and my hobbies of, like, reading and stuff like that, and trying to eat better. So I feel like I've been helping myself, like, physically, but now I need to do something, you know, for my future. I don't know what's the other word I'm trying to say, but it's like the next chapter. I feel like this year it was really good for me. physically and mentally. Well, not really mentally because I was really going crazy this year, but next year I want to do something professionally. There you go, that's the word. 2025, my goal is to, you know, help myself professionally. So yeah, I just wanted to make this sit down video. I know it's pretty long, so if you watch this, thank you, I really appreciate it. Today I'm actually going to go to a coffee shop so I can edit all the videos I filmed yesterday. So, you know, I feel like I have my little job, you know, to, you know, be the real content creator I really want to do, you know, go to a coffee shop and sit down and edit. And it's literally been a dream of mine. I've always wanted to do this. So with Zen being in daycare, it's actually pretty emotional because I'm just like, wow, like I have time for me, and it's just like, wow. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, if you related to it. Comment down below if you're in the waiting period or went through it. What's your testimony? I truly appreciate it if you really watched this video, because I know sometimes I ramble and talk a lot, but I just feel like someone out there just can touch somebody. Everyone's going through it, and just know that it will get better. Make sure you guys follow my Instagram at AskJustine, and I'll see you guys next time. Hey.